Hi folks, I'm Matt, and I thought I'd do another top 5 expansions I will always play with. The last video, a few of you wrote down your suggestions, and some of them I was like, oh wait, I agree with that one, I agree with that one. And then I said, you know what? I gotta do this again. So this is part 2. I think I could do maybe 3 of these, but this is part 2 for right now. So expansions that I will always play with is Shakespeare Backstage. Someone in the comments mentioned that one. I was like, oh yes, that's exactly right. Backstage is great. It's an extra deck of cards. You can make choices and draft these workers. They're not as powerful as the main workers, but yet still, those are the first ones to go because they can help you out just that much more in completing your all 3 acts of your play. And it's just wonderful. At first I complained because it was way too expensive, like 20 bucks for a little pack of cards. But to be honest, I think the price has come down to like 10 bucks now. And even at 20 bucks, if you like Shakespeare, yeah, you need to get Backstage. It's a fantastic expansion. Now, I couldn't believe that I left this out of my first video, but I guess since I was only doing 5, I just forgot about it. But Niagara, I will never play without its expansion. I love the expansion. It makes it a little bit easier to get those gems that are at the edge of the waterfall, the ones that are the most dangerous to get. It has a little wooden beaver token that makes the river go faster, gives you extra paddle cards, which are really nice, and also gives you that moose, baby. That moose can give you those 2 extra movements that can really save you, because getting those gems at the waterfall, you are most likely to tip over and lose your canoe permanently in the game. So going all the way to the end and hopefully getting the little moose antlers to help you get a little bit of an edge to get away from the waterfall is definitely well worth it. In fact, I rarely play with the little mini expansion, the Diamond Joe expansion, which was originally created to help fix that issue. But now with the expansion, I'll never play Niagara without it. My number 3 would be Las Vegas Boulevard. This is a very hard to find expansion. I don't know if the reprint put this in the game. I really hope it did, because if it did, you should get it. Las Vegas on its own is a nice light dice chucking game, but if you get the expansion or you have the expansion, there are so many things that come into play. You get special ability cards, special quests, things you're trying to do to get more victory points that other people may not have. Everyone has a little goal. You also have the wild card money, which I love because you don't know what it is until you flip over the top card at the end after you've won the house. I love that. You get these bigger die that can kick other die out or that can break tiebreakers. And like I said, so many extra things are included in the Boulevard. Oh, there's a slot machine too. It's just a little promo card, but it's an extra place to put extra die where you were already going to win this house. So you don't need to put any more die there. So you can put them in the slot machine and try your luck there. I absolutely love the expansion. We'll never play Las Vegas without it. Again, I really hope it's in that reprint, because if so, everyone should get it. My next 2 are kind of similar here, but I would say Explorers of the North Sea. I remember when I first got the game, it was supposed to come with all the expansions. He was missing tokens from an expansion and didn't bother helping me out, so I had to go to Renegade Games to get some replacement parts for that. So the very first time I played it, very first few times I played it, I didn't play with the expansion. I thought it was okay. Well, now I have played this with the expansions, and I love the expansions, and they really bring a lot to the game. In fact, this year I remember telling my gaming group, we'll never play without these expansions again, now that I have all the tokens I need. But the next one, of course, is Raiders of the North Sea. Oh my goodness. I think the very first time I played it plain Jane, and I've never played it plain Jane since. I always add the other expansions to the game. I remember the first time I added one and then another, and then we did both. And now this year, we've only done both. I like everything. I even got a new playmat that just has it all together. That way I don't have to put the boards together. I have the big playmat that has all 2 expansions included in it, and it is great. It is excellent. Honestly, I love Raiders of the North Sea, but with the expansions, it's not that too hard of a game either. I think with the expansions, it doesn't make it too complicated for new players to get in and understand what's going on. Same thing with Explorers of the North Sea. You can throw in those expansions too, and no one's really lost. So that's another thing I really love about these expansions. All right, so there is my 2nd expansions I will always play with. But hey, do you have any other suggestions? Let me know, and maybe next time I'll do a part 3. See you later.